Giants, let's go defense. Ballin'. New York Giants, fly high, you know this.
Hi and welcome to the Colorado G-Men Show. Today we're going to preview the upcoming game against the Filthy Diary Eagles. The Giants will play host to the Evils on Thursday night, October 11th at 6:20 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. As they play host, they are 3-point underdogs. The Giants offense will put in work without Evan Engram for yet another week as Rhett Ellison is questionable as well. The Giants O-line is coming off of one of their best pass blocking performances of the season. Let's hope they can repeat that feat, as the Eagles had the most fearsome front foursome in the NFL last season, and they're not afraid to throw the blitzes. The Giants will get a break as defensive end Haloti Ngata and linebackers Nate Jerry and DJ Alexander are all ruled out. The Eagles give up a lot of yards through the air, so Eli should have a lot of downfield opportunities if the O-line can hold up. The Giants have been absolutely awful on the run, gaining the fifth worst 75.6 yards per game, tied for third in the NFL in negative runs with 20, and because of the dreadful imbalance in the run and pass plays, they have the highest percentage of negative plays in the NFL with 20.4% of their rushes. That's 20 of 98 rushing plays that have gone for negative yardage. It doesn't figure to get any better against the Eagles, as they let up the second fewest rushing yards per game in the NFL with only 64. The Eagles have been a pretty efficient team getting off the field on third downs. They're fourth in the league, allowing only 30% of third down conversions. And efficient also in keeping teams out of the end zone. They're eighth in the NFL in points allowed. So what do the Giants have to do on defense? The Giants get a much-needed boost as Olivier Vernon is expected to return to the field. The Giants are tied for last in sacks racked up through 5 weeks, including 4 teams who have only played 4 games. Fortunately for the Giants, Wentz and Foles have been under siege this season as the Eagles give up over 3 sacks per game, good for 7th worst in the NFL. Carson Wentz has been great at dancing around in the pocket, though, and the Eagles still put up 253 yards per game. The Eagles will have to go deep into their depth chart, as the Eagles will be without Jay Ajayi and Darren Sproles. Smallwood and Clement have combined for a little more carries than Ajayi. They're a middle-of-the-road rushing team, gaining 110.8 yards per game, but the Giants are 6th worst, giving up 124.4 yards per game. This should be an interesting matchup. Tight end Zach Ertz is the guy to watch. He has been a Giants killer since he got to Filthy. In 2018, he is 3rd in the NFL and number 1 by a long shot for tight ends for his 41 receptions. He's also number 1 in the NFL for tight ends for yards per game with 87.4. The Eagles also like to use their tight ends more than any other team with 53 tight end receptions, and 35 of the total targets on the team go to the tight end position. Ertz gets his share, though, with almost 30% of the passes going to him. The Eagles have been struggling to put up points on the board and have actually fewer points than the Giants. How do the Giants beat the Eagles? I know that running the ball against this D will be difficult, but the Giants need to balance the attack. They are the 4th most pass-happy team in the NFL with 67.6 passing yards through 5 weeks. The Eagles are very susceptible to play action, but they have to believe that we'll actually run the ball. Another key to success, the Giants have to get the ball over the top often. Keep Eli in the top 5 for average depth of target. To do this, attack Jalen Mills. He's the weak point of the secondary. To further this sentiment, safety Corey Graham is ruled out. I don't mind seeing Eli throw a few interceptions as long as they can get the ball over the top. Clamp down on Ertz and Dallas Goedert. Because of the poor pass blocking, they scheme to get the ball out to the tight ends quickly. If we can stop their tight ends, we will stop the Eagles' offense dead in their tracks. Next key, get Olivier Vernon in the backfield quickly, get him in there often. This is the biggest missing piece to the Giants' D right now, and they need to start piling up those sacks so quarterbacks will be scared. And don't give up. The Eagles have gotten 43 of their 104 points in the 4th quarter or overtime. Do not give me flashbacks of last year's 63-yard field goal on the heels of a 63-yard heartbreaking loss last week. Thank you, everyone, for watching the Colorado G-Men Show. We'll see you at the Tavern in Platt Park in Denver, the Lazy Dog in Boulder, and the Good Company Bar in Colorado Springs. We'll be watching all the games at all those locations. Don't forget to subscribe, and go Giants! Eli, who's going to win the game on Thursday night?
Giants!
And who's going to lose?
Eagles that are disgusting.
That's right. Give me a high five. So I got my money on the Giants. This is the bold prediction. I've only made one prediction on the show, and it was the Giants were going to beat Denver last year, and that was outlandish. At 0-5, that we were going to beat them in Week 6. We're 1-4, and I don't think it's too outlandish to say the Giants are going to beat the Eagles on Game 6, the defending champs. What do you think, Eli?
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Landon Collins.
That's your favorite player? Who's your second favorite player?
Eli Manning.
All right. Third?
Odell Beckham.
Go Giants!